going, guys? No, it's been a long time since I've posted anything, but I feel like I've finally got some stuff to say again, and I've kind of got my confidence back with posting videos. If you ever feel like there's a voice kind of deep down that keeps on telling you to do the same thing over and over again, which I feel like a lot of us do. A lot of us should, know exactly what we're supposed to be doing. You just gotta do it. There's no secret pill, nothing that you can do to make life instantly easier, or get that job you want, or to get that promotion or get that award, whatever you're trying to do. You just gotta stop running away from the stuff that's difficult and take it on, day by day, because it's gonna be difficult. You're not gonna get it done in one day, but the reward on the other side is, worth it if you listen to that voice. And I truthfully believe with my faith that, it's God telling you what you need to do, and you might have to do some healing before you, do that thing that you've been wanting to do your whole life, whether it's starting a YouTube channel or, starting to, do something simple, like get off, start going to the gym or start eating right. If your end goal is to be, on, Sports Illustrated, or, be a, extremely successful writer, the Sports Illustrated guy didn't, get to where he was at, by, eating potato chips and, eating snacks. Like, he had to slowly cut those out. Then he had to work on getting to the gym. And then, from the gym, he had to, advance his diet into clean eating. For the writer, it just starts with one page, just buying a pen at Walmart, just, start writing everything that you got on your mind, and that's kind of what this video is today, is just, getting everything out, putting everything on the table, and then just going to work. You gotta slowly break down your weaknesses and make them your strengths, and then also just lean into your strengths, lean into what you know, and just trust your gut and trust that voice. It all really comes down to that. Again, there's no secret pill or anything that you have to do. In my past, I've been a personal trainer, and I thought the secret pill was going into steroids, or doubling my caffeine intake, doing all these things to try and make me work harder, get better results, do this, do that. But it really came down to everything that I wasn't doing. I wasn't going to bed early and getting an optimal sleep. I wasn't cutting down my video game time with my buddies, just so I can get that one last win on, my PS4. It was late nights, it was a lot of caffeine, and, a lot of bad choices that, led me nowhere. When I started finally attacking the shit that I knew I didn't want to do, where you're most uncomfortable, that was where, the rewards started, coming in. I started to get, what I deserve, but you reap what you sow. I've done a few little things that have paid off, in big ways. I've got a new job and I'm making a lot more money, and I found a great girl, and I'm happy with where I work at, where beforehand I thought I was going to be happy, and it was the exact opposite. Before I was under poor management, now I'm under good management, and it was all because I took a leap of faith, and listened to that voice in my head. So that's really all it comes down to. And it's not a one day that you feel this emotion and that's it, and you're good for life. It's every day reminding yourself what you need to do, and that doesn't mean you're going to be perfect, with what you're trying to do. Just like a diet, you're going to have 6 days, clean eating. You might have that one, cheat meal that you weren't supposed to do, and then that cheat meal turns into a cheat day, and you just got to scratch that day off and stop focusing on the negatives. I mean, you still got 6 good days on that week. I work commission now, I got, 6 days of good commission, but that one day maybe I've only made like $5. That sucks, but you just gotta move along. Take the wins with the losses, and be grateful. Again, going back to my faith, you gotta be praying, every night you can, and tell God that you're grateful for what you've been given, because it is all through Him that you receive the things that you are deemed to receive. he knows the work that you put in, and he knows, you know, the responsibilities that you can handle. You know, he doesn't give any challenges to anybody if they know they cannot handle it, you know. And I finally matured and grown up enough to handle more responsibilities, and now that I've had more responsibilities, you know, I've been able to make a better life for myself. Like I said, you know, I'm making more money, you know, I'm happier, you know, God has put me in the place, you know, where I'm now supposed to be. And then now he's, you know, really starting to talk to me again, because he knows that, you know, my potential is higher. You know, I can really, you know, make a YouTube channel and be consistent about it, and, you know, spread the word to people, you know, about God, and just, you know, trying your best, you know. And everybody knows when they're, you know, not trying their best, or they're slacking off a little bit, getting a little bit too comfortable, you know. And that's another thing, the rest days are just as important as the days that you work, you know. If you have a day off and you're gonna go hang out, you know, with a girl, or, you know, whatever, your spouse, you know, or whatever, you have to focus on them and the time that you have with them. You know, you gotta be grateful for that. You can't be thinking about, you know, how I'm gonna pay bills and how is this gonna work. You know, you can't be focusing on the negatives, because it's just going to, you know, bring down that time that's supposed to be quality time, you know, with your significant other. You know, it's gonna make it unenjoyable, because all you can focus on, you know, is what you got going on outside of that time, you know. And it's difficult, you know. I've been blessed by, you know, great parents, you know, that were smart financially. You know, they made mistakes early on, just like anybody did, but, you know, they got smart financially, you know, and they've been able to help me out as much as possible. But, you know, they gave me a lot of things. They didn't give me everything. You know, they've still taught me how to have a good work ethic and be consistent, and, you know, be a kind person, you know. But I know most other people don't get that same position as I do, you know. So if you're in a good position, you know, don't take it for granted, and, you know, do the work you're supposed to be doing. And if you're in one of those rough positions, you know, dad was on drugs, you know, mom left you on the, you know, somebody's porch, you know, whatever it is, you know, you just gotta trust and believe in yourself. You know, if you need to get therapy, you know, do that work that you know you need to be doing, you know. And I'm sorry that you got those cards dealt to you, you know, but, you know, if your life is that tough, you know, you reach out to friends, reach out to family, you know, they're going to be the ones that best support you, you know, and reach out to God. You know, I think anybody should look to them, you know, in times of fear. That's the best way to look, you know. So I think I got everything off my chest. I'm going to start posting more consistently, you know. Again, I'm going to really make an effort at this. And I believe another thing that, you know, God has helped me look at is that beforehand, when I was looking to, you know, to give you an idea, I was trying to do professional powerlifting, you know, and I wanted to do that. And I really started to question, you know, when I got back into my faith, like, why am I doing this? You know, is this for me? Is this for somebody else? Is this for praise? And, you know, I eventually found out it was just for attention. You know, I wanted attention from people. I wanted to feel better, you know, and I was willing to do whatever it took to get that recognition. But it was like, you know, what certain powerlifters do to their body, you know, you can do it as healthy as possible, but, you know, you're taking years off your life. And I realized, you know, it's not worth it to take 5-10 years of, you know, away from my future children, you know, just to get a trophy and, you know, some views, you know. So I think this is the way that God's telling me to go about it, you know, have a better way of going about it, and, you know, just preaching his word. And, you know, a lot of it was insecurity about, you know, muscle size, you know, and, you know, how ripped you are. And you see YouTube, you know, and Instagram and whatnot, you know, you see these Instagram models, you see these, you know, dudes that are 6'4", you know, 300 pounds muscle, you know, you're like anime characters, you know, and you want to be just like Goku, you know, and that can't, you know, that can't be, it can't be healthy, you know. It's not healthy, you know. They're cutting years off their life, you know, and they're not bad people for doing it, but it's just their choice, you know. And I've learned that God don't mean, you know, that's not your choice, you know. That's technically is my choice. It gives us free will, but you know, it's not what I should be doing. You know, I, you know, could be better in that area, and that's why I think he's teaching me to just spread his word and, you know, just be kind to yourself, you know. A lot of people are too hard on themselves in some areas, you know, like they're hard on their physical appearance, you know, what they're born with. You know, you can't really change what you're born with. You know, you can change what you're currently doing now. You know, that's definitely something you can change, you know. But you know, if you really want to get a nose job, I don't think that's the answer to your problems. You know, if you want to get a, you know, butt lift or whatever it is, you know, you gotta start looking internally. You gotta listen to that voice that I brought up earlier, you know, because it is God speaking to you, and He's gonna slowly bring you along the way, you know. And it's not pretty, and it's sometimes not a lot of fun, you know, but it's what you should be doing. It's just like your chores. It's just like, you know, paying bills. It's shit that you have to do to, you know, survive on, you know, this earth. You know, there's no other way around it. You gotta do the shit you don't want to do, and you know, just be kind to yourself. That's the main messages I guess I'm trying to give off. But I'm about to head into work, so I will see you guys next time I post. And thank you if you're you know, subscribed to me currently, and for anybody that's watching new, I encourage you to subscribe to me. You know, it does help me out. And again, I'm gonna be trying to go, you know, towards my faith with this channel. I'm gonna be mainly focused around fitness, you know. So if that's what you've been kind of looking for in your life, you know, trying to eat healthier, you know, work out more consistently, or you know, just felt something is missing, you know, I think God and, you know, fitness is, you know, what you've been looking for a while, you know. So be coming out with some, you know, nutrition videos, be coming out with some exercise videos, you know. Just gonna get everything, you know, on some notes and kind of break it down, you know, week by week what I want to post. But you know, let me know if you guys have any questions about me, or if you have any ideas for videos. You know, other than that, I'm gonna head into work, but I'll see you guys on the next one.